Okay, in this video, child health nursing subject for the GNM second year students. Okay, in that the disease condition is the tonsillitis. Disease condition tonsillitis. What is meant by tonsils? First of all, what is the normal part tonsil? Okay, what is the use of tonsils? Why the tonsils is there in the body? Means here the tonsils is the immune system part. Okay, tonsils are the immune system parts, but the tonsils is there in the throat and palate. Okay, what is the use of tonsils? Means the tonsils are having the number of white blood cells. Okay, tonsils are having the number of white blood cells. What is the use? Means when we are inhaling uncontaminated air through the nose, okay, the nose will have some of the microbacteria or the viruses, okay, that will be inhaled by the nose. Or we are taking some food, the food should be contaminated, okay, or sometimes poison. Okay, is there any harmful bacteria in the food? Okay, these type of bacteria and viruses should be, or some of the germs should be killed by the tonsils. Okay, this is the useful, or this is the major function regarding tonsils. Okay, that's why the human being, every human being is having the tonsils. Okay, are you got it? The tonsils is one of the immune system organs, but the tonsils is there in the throat and palate. Okay, the tonsils have the so many of or number of white blood cells. Okay, what is the use of the white blood cells? Means these cells should be fight against the antigens. Okay, white blood cells having the some of the antibodies. The antibodies will fight against the antigens. Okay, now if the number of antigens or the antigens should be decreased their number, means the antibodies increase their number, means both are fight against. Okay, here the antibodies will be get some of the immunity power. Okay, is there any problem or is less number in the white blood cells, or is there any weakness in the white blood cells? Okay, the immunity power will be reduced. Okay, that's why the children or the human beings may be prone to get some of the diseases. Okay, this is the function regarding tonsils. Okay, next we go for the disease condition, that is the tonsillitis. What is meant by tonsillitis? Means inflammation of the tonsils. Inflammation of the tonsils, that is called as the tonsillitis. Okay, how the infection will come, how the inflammation will be there in the tonsils, what is the causative agent, okay, what are the organs the tonsils should be cause some of the diseases. Okay, here causes. Okay, some of the causative organisms is there. Okay, here the causative organisms like first one is the complication of pharyngitis. Okay, complication of pharyngitis. Here what happens? What is the relationship between the pharyngitis and tonsillitis? Means the pharynx and the tonsils is surrounded parts. Okay, related parts. The parts should be stay in the same region and equal site. Okay, that's why once the pharynx will be affected by the some of the viral infection, in the early stages we are not giving sufficient treatment to the pharyngitis. Okay, then the infection will be easily spread to the tonsils. That's why the children may be prone to get this tonsillitis. This is the one reason for tonsillitis. Okay, next one is the some of the bacteria is there and viruses is there. Okay, bacteria and viruses is there for the cause of tonsils. Okay, in these the bacteria like Streptococcus bacteria, Staphylococcus bacteria, okay, Pneumococcus bacteria. These mainly three bacteria will cause the tonsillitis. Okay, next we go for the viruses. Okay, what are the viruses will cause the exactly the tonsillitis means here influenza virus. Okay, influenza virus. Next one is the herpes simplex virus. Okay, these two viruses mainly cause to the tonsillitis in the children. Okay, when we are taking food or when we are taking uncontaminated food or the inhalation of uncontaminated air, okay, in the air compulsory so many of bacteria is there, so many of viruses is there. If the bacteria like streptococci or the staphylococci or pneumococcus, if the viruses like influenza virus or the herpes simplex virus, okay, these are enter into the body through the nose and mouth. Okay, these will be reached to the tonsils. In the tonsils, the white blood cells should be have any health problems like unhealthy or weak. Okay, white blood cell count sometimes decreased. Okay, if there any problems or any abnormality in the white blood cells, okay, the infection may be increased. Okay, this is regarding causes of tonsillitis. Okay, next we go discuss for the signs and symptoms. How we are identified the children will be suffering with the only tonsillitis. Okay, what are the manifestations is there when we are observed the children? Okay, here the manifestations like first one is the severe sore throat. Okay, the children who are affected by this tonsillitis disease condition, those are having the sore throat. Okay, next one is the difficulty in swallow. Okay, when we are giving food, when we are providing some feedings to the children, their inability to swallow. Okay, when we are providing food, the children is able to swallow, then only the food will be reached to the stomach. Okay, if in the mouth the children are not able to swallowing means the food should not enter to the lower digestive system. Okay, if the children are not getting any energy. Why? Because they are unable to swallow. Okay, when they are swallowing means the food should be entered into the stomach, that will be digested, that will be give some energy to the body. Okay, this is the one symptom, difficulty in swallowing. Okay, next one is the children who are affected by this tonsillitis, those are having the mouth breathing. Okay, in the normal healthy children, how we are taking breathing? Okay, through the nose. Okay, here the children are taking respiration or breathing by the mouth. Okay, oral respiration they are taking. Next one is when we are observed the children, okay, by the inspection of the tonsils, we are identified the tonsils should be have swelling, increased their size. Okay, tonsils size should be increased than the normal. Next, the tonsils should have some of the redness in color. Why? Because due to some of the toxins related to bacteria and viruses. That's why the tonsils have the redness. Okay, sometimes the tonsils have some of the pus formation. Okay, why? Because this is also for effect by the viruses and bacteria. Okay, next when we are checking vital signs of the children increase their body temperature than the normal. Okay, that symptom we are called as the fever. Okay, next one is the pain in ears. When we are asking the children shows some of the pain pain expressions, okay, painful facial expressions, because who are having this tonsillitis problem, those are having the one symptom like ear pain, okay. Next here when we are observe the throat of the children, the throat should be dehydrated, dryness of throat, okay. These are the clinical manifestations regarding tonsillitis. Okay, next one is the diagnosis. How we are diagnosis the children is suffering with the tonsillitis means by collecting complete history from the children, okay. In previous videos we have discussed if the children is unable to complain their problem means we go for the secondary data, that is the mother or the family member or the healthcare providers or some of the recorded documents, okay. Like that we have to collect complete history regarding children, okay. Next, by doing physical examination, what is there any painful facial expressions in the children, that will be examined. Next, is there any throat infection like sore throat or the tonsils red color or any pus formation in the tonsils, okay, that will be identified by doing the physical examination of the children, okay. By doing these three steps, okay, history collection, physical examination, we are not decided exactly the children is suffering with the tonsillitis, then we go for the CBC, complete blood count. Why? Because if the children is having any less amount in the white blood cells or what is the hemoglobin percentage in the body. Next one is the chest X-ray, okay. This is the one diagnostic procedure or the investigation for the children for observation of throat or the normal structure of the throat, okay. Is there any swelling or any pus formation or any color changes, that will be identified by doing the chest X-ray, okay. Next one is the last one, throat swab culture, okay. Throat swab culture, here what happens in the throat swab culture means some secretions will be released from the tonsils due to the effects of viruses and bacteria, okay. Due to the effects of bacteria and viruses, some of the secretions will be expelled from the mouth by the children who are suffering with the tonsillitis, okay. For detection of exactly is there a bacterial infection or viral infection, okay. We have discussed, some of the bacteria will cause the tonsillitis, along with some of the viruses also cause the some of the diseases, okay. Here which organism is there exactly in the throat, that will be identified by doing the throat swab culture, okay. Now by doing with the help of cotton swab we are take out the some fluid from the throat, okay. Now for identification of which bacteria or which virus is there in the throat of the human being, okay, which is the causative organism for this disease, that will be exactly identified by doing the throat swab culture, okay. This is regarding diagnosis. Next one is the management, okay. Management, how we are control the disease, how we are improve the health of the children, okay. Which is the medications for reducing the tonsillitis, that will be discussed in the management, okay. In these the management, first we have to administer the antibiotics, okay. Here we have to administer the antibiotics to the children if they by doing throat swab culture, okay, 8 to 10 days of duration, we have identified exactly the bacterial infection, that's why the children is suffering with the tonsillitis, then we proceed for the administration of antibiotics, okay, for control of bacterial infection, okay. Next one is the surgical management, okay. Is there any surgery for reducing the tonsillitis problem means is exactly needed one surgical management, that is the tonsillectomy. Okay, tonsillectomy means in this surgery, okay, in this surgery the children will be undergone the removal of tonsils. Okay, the tonsils should be completely removed, okay, for improving their health. Okay, this is regarding surgical management for the tonsillitis. Okay, you know tonsil means normal structure, tonsillitis means disease condition, tonsillectomy means removal of tonsils by the surgically. Okay, by doing physician only, the surgeon only will doing this procedure. Okay, that is the tonsillectomy. Okay, next complications. Is there any complications in early stages? We are not identified this disease condition, or we are not giving proper treatment to this disease condition means, yes, some of the complications is there here. What are the complications means? That is the peritonsillar abscess. Okay, peritonsillar abscess is there. Okay, what are the peritonsillar abscess means? What is mean by this condition means here? In the around the tonsils, okay, around the tonsils are both tonsils and surrounding tissues and surrounding parts also have some of the infection. Due to that, some of the pus formation will be there. Okay, this is the major complication regarding tonsillitis. Okay, next one is the nursing management. Okay, here as a nurse, what are the treatment? What is the care we have to provide it for the children? Means here the care, like first as a nurse we have to do the vital signs. Okay, as a nurse in every disease condition for the every children or the every patient we have to do vital signs checking and record it. Okay, what is meant by vital signs? Temperature, pulse, respiration, BP. Okay, these are the major vital signs for improving the children's health. Okay, next here, if the body temperature should be increased means we have to administer the antipyretic drugs.